Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to make a start a Minecraft city. Yeah, 10 ways how to start your Minecraft city. I had spent a lot of work on this video, so yeah. So the first thing, how to start a Minecraft city is number 1, cars. Cars are essential to your city. I recommend building at least at least 16 cars. I haven't, but I recommend make 16 different kinds of cars. Right now I have kinds of cars. I have a truck, I have just random vehicles, I have a taxi, I have just normal vehicles, I have buses and some other cars. I recommend for your cars to be 3 wide and at least maybe 3 tall or 2. I recommend 2 because they look good like that, but also it just kind of looks weird. I recommend carpet on top, not like slabs, because carpet just looks better in my opinion. But that's my ideas for cars. Number 2, plan. Planning is very good for your city. This is what I have done. I recommend making what you kind of want. I recommend building one building and then building outwards. But before you do all of that, I recommend building roads first, but right now I'm gonna do buildings. For my buildings, I recommend having super tall ones in the middle, but don't have skies till the clouds. I recommend maybe about like about this tall for your buildings. So this is just a mini layout. See, the red takes the tallest buildings and the blue is the smallest buildings. So I have some tall buildings, then going down to the orange, any color you can have, and then the yellow, and then the blue. A nice transition to that. It does have better ones, but this is my opinion. So that's how I think you should do it. Outline. What I mean from that is outline your city, how big you want it. This is what I do. I make a big black box and then I fill all of that city in, and then I expand to the other places. Right now I just expanded today. So I recommend having a black box around your city to indicate how big you want your city to be. Roads. For the roads, I recommend 9 wide roads for 3 wide vehicles. See? And then I sometimes I recommend 9 wide roads because, as you can see, 3 and 3. You have a gap here and you have detail here. That's what I like doing for my streets because just it's nice and I just like it this way, but I recommend having a bike lane too. Bike lanes, and for the bike lanes, I recommend dark green concrete. Sorry about the bad quality. Like this, but I would recommend 2 wide. Then you have that, and imagine that's all over. I recommend starting with planning the roads first and everything else, and then I recommend building the buildings and like see what do you want for your streets and that kind of stuff. Greenery. I forgot about this full plan, but I recommend planning buildings like this. The yellow wool is outlining the the concrete, the sidewalk is going to be, and then I like the red being the building. Then for your alleyways, I recommend 4 wide, because then, as you can see, alleyway, I didn't do, oh, you can do 3 wide. I recommend 4 wide though. See, 3 wide and then 4 wide. That's what I recommend for this. Now greenery. What I mean from greenery is, if you don't have greenery, I think your city sucks. If you don't have greenery, well, then your city is bad. Every city should have some greenery. What I mean from that is add just like green flowers and stuff like that. Trees to break the gray and brick and black and other colors up. I recommend I recommend trees, and some flowers and that stuff, because then it has a better look to it, and it's just, I think, better. If you but if you really want to, you can have a story for your city. I don't have one, but you can. You can, if you want to know like a story or get more in depth for the next city building, I recommend Alpine. He's Minecraft YouTuber, and his city is really good, and uh this is actually his one of his advertisements on his city has this as the advertisement. So yeah, but I recommend for your story, check him out, and he has a story in one of his videos. You can have like a war happened or something, and this happened, and yeah, and your city's history, details. If you don't have details in your city, well, your city sucks. If I recommend building your city and then adding the details, because if you just make a building and then add the details, it's gonna just be weird. And then I recommend just having like bus stop details, like bus stops, alleyways with garbage cans, and just benches and lights, restaurants and tables, and just food places, interior, and just bathrooms, even if they're so simple like this, but have a lot of detail. Even if you add lights in your buildings, just add, if you don't want to do an interior, just put black at the windows, and then you don't need to worry about doing the details or have advertisements on your buildings. Like this cherry building with like the Apple store, or just logos like this, or just banners, or like inspired by your city name, like bonsai. This is a bonsai tree turning into a pink and purple one. And also more advertisements. Landmarks. I don't have that many landmarks in my city because I just started this one, but this is one of them. This is the city name, Bonsai City. I recommend, my city's called Bonsai Towers, but I couldn't really fit towers in here, so I just did Bonsai City. And by accident, you cannot, it's also a parkour course. I didn't mean for this, but it happened anyway. And now, if I'm bored, I can just, do that. And climate. What I mean from climate is kind of like trees. Do you want like dead trees because it's turning into the winter time? Do you want winter buildings, or do you want kind of spring summer buildings? What I mean is, for your trees, do you want a tropical kind of city for palm trees and stuff, or do you want just normal trees, just in like snowy places? They don't normally have palm trees because it's not super hot and that stuff. Your buildings would also need to be winterproof or whatever that. If you really care about the spring and the fall and just the seasons, I recommend doing that. But if you don't care, just be crazy and just don't really care about the spring and stuff like that. Style. For style, do you want modern? Do you want realistic? Do you want just like old school? Do you want classy? Just like that stuff. If you would want modern buildings, I would suggest nice, clean, maybe Star Wars kind of feel, or just what you think. Maybe white buildings, maybe very tall buildings with a bunch of tall buildings, and then some small buildings, maybe some cars, maybe flying like that, or just realistic. So like when you build a building, you can, Also recommend Google Maps for planning out for your city too, for like these kind of buildings. I recommend, if you don't know what building you want to make, I recommend doing just like looking on Google Maps, seeing. If you don't have a building idea, look at Google Maps. Maybe copy the building and replicate it in Minecraft, or just get the style and then make your own. That's what I did for some of these buildings. I changed the color, or just saw them on in real life, like this building. I made it longer and bigger, but it still has the same vibes as a normal as the other building, I changed some things, but I didn't change it as much. I still need to make interior for some of these buildings, but I spent this is 10 ways how to start your Minecraft city. So this is how to start 10 ways to start your Minecraft city. This took a long time because I needed to make 10 of these in Minecraft. See, plan, outline, yeah, roads, greenery, story, and other stuff, landmarks, and this stuff, yeah. I recommend all of these, and I think your city would be a good city if you did all of these. Think all of these in your city. Always plan before building. If you That's what happened to my other thing. I didn't plan, and then now I don't know what to do with my other world because I didn't plan it out and it came a mess, and yeah, I couldn't really build anything else. But now I plan and all of that stuff, make unique roads, and made my own city. For my history, for my city story, all of these countries are like helped or I'm a part of for the city or the style. Hopefully you like this video. Took a long time. Subscribe, hit the like button, and peace out.